Banks do not deliver software like a small demo app. When a payment service, mobile banking API, or fraud detection system changes, the risk is real. So the goal is not just faster deployment. The goal is controlled delivery. Faster when it is safe, slower when review is needed, and always traceable. That is where a platform like Harness fits into the DevOps delivery conversation. In this video, we will explain Harness in plain language. First, we will look at the delivery problem banks and regulated teams face. Then, we will break down how Harness helps with pipelines, deployments, approvals, verification, rollback, and audit. By the end, you should understand what Harness is for, why large regulated teams use platforms like it, and how to think about delivery without drowning in enterprise jargon. A bank may have hundreds of services across cloud, Kubernetes, virtual machines, and internal platforms. Each service may need tests, security scans, artifact checks, environment approvals, change records, deployment windows, observability, rollback plans, and audit evidence. If every team builds this process differently, delivery becomes slow and risky. The delivery system must make the safe path the normal path. Harness is a DevOps delivery platform. In simple terms, it helps teams define repeatable pipelines for building, testing, deploying, verifying, and governing software releases. Instead of every team inventing its own release process, Harness gives the organization a shared delivery control plane. A pipeline can define the service, environment, infrastructure, deployment strategy, approval gates, policy checks, and verification steps. Think of Harness as the release control layer between engineering work and production change. It does not replace good architecture, testing, or review. It gives those practices a standard place to happen, so teams are not relying on memory, chat messages, or one-off scripts. Imagine a payment API change. The developer opens a pull request, the code is reviewed, tests run, security checks run. An artifact is created and stored. Then the delivery pipeline promotes that artifact through dev, test, staging, and production. In production, the same pipeline may require a change approval, a policy check, and a controlled rollout. Harness can support patterns like canary or blue-green delivery, where only part of the traffic moves first. The important lesson is this: automation without governance is not enough. For regulated delivery, the pipeline must answer practical questions. Who requested the change? Who approved it? And which artifact was deployed? It must also show which environment received the change, which policy checks passed, and what monitoring showed after deployment. Harness is useful when it helps turn those questions into a standard delivery workflow, not a manual spreadsheet after the fact. Good governance also does not mean every release becomes slow. Low-risk changes can move through automated gates quickly. High-risk changes can require stronger approvals, tighter policies, and more careful rollout. The point is to make the level of control match the level of risk. Now picture a production rollout for the payment API. The first phase sends a small percentage of traffic to the new version. Harness verifies the release using production signals. If error rate, latency, or health gets worse, the rollout can stop and rollback can be triggered. You trust it because the pipeline tested it, approved it, deployed it carefully, watched it, and kept evidence. Harness helps teams turn software delivery into a governed pipeline. For banks and regulated teams, that means more than speed. It means standard pipelines, controlled environments, approvals, policy checks, deployment strategies, verification, rollback, and audit evidence. The best delivery systems do not remove engineering judgment. They make good judgment easier to apply consistently.